Welcome to my new video. My name's Mr. Konda ECZ. Welcome to Zeki Academy. Today we have another exciting lesson. We are still discussing mensuration. Another exciting lesson on how to calculate the volume of a frustum. So, according to this simple diagram that I've given, this is a simple demonstration representing a frustum having a circular base with radius r and the top base with radius small letter r. So if this is a cylinder, this is, if you have been given a cone, this is a simple diagram for a cone having a circular base, and when it is cut at cross section here, we are going to form another circle there. So this is the top part that we have been given, which is having a small radius r, and we have been given also the bigger part, the top, which is having the radius r. So in short, a frustum is when a cone is cut having the top part which still remains a cone. Now the bottom part, this shaded part, is what we are calling a frustum. Now if this is a frustum, we all know how to calculate the volume of a cone. The volume of a cone is given by, this is the formula that we use when we are calculating the volume of what? Of a cone. We just say the volume of a cone is 1/3 by r cube h. This is the formula that we use to calculate the volume of a cone. Now if we are calculating the volume of a frustum, we are going to use three methods. The first method is, we can say, remember, according to this diagram, we have the bigger cone here and a smaller cone there. So this smaller cone is representing small radius, having the base with small radius and small height from there up to there, which is h. Then the height there is representing the height of the whole cone from this bottom to the apex there, which is h. So if we are calculating, we are going to find first the volume of the whole cone, then we also find the volume of the smaller cone. Then the difference between the two volumes is what we are calling the volume of the frustum. Okay, so if that is the case, we can say volume of the frustum is given by the volume of a bigger cone minus the volume of a smaller cone. Or you can say this is the same as volume is equal to 1/3. We are all mathematicians, we know 1/3 is common, pi is also common. Then we remain with radius squared h minus radius squared h. This is for the smaller cone, which is the top part, and this is for the bigger cone, which is everything here. So now this is one method we can use. We can use this or that to calculate the volume of the cone. Then we also have another method, which is volume of the cone is given by pi h. H is representing this height here. In this case, for example, this given formula, this h is representing this. Then we have radius there, which is representing that, and the radius there is representing that. We all know that radius represents the what? Half of diameter. And we can also use calculus method, which is integration to solve the volume. If we are using integration, this is the formula that we are going to use. Now, in today's video, we want to discuss using this method, how we can calculate the volume of a frustum using this method. So if that is the case, I have this simple question. We are saying the diagram below, or the diagram alongside, shows a frustum of a cone. So this is a frustum of a cone having the diameter of the base to be 18 centimeters and the top diameter to be 6 centimeters. given that its perpendicular height, the height of a frustum is 10 centimeter. Now the question is demanding us to calculate the volume of a cone. Now before they calculate the volume of the frustum, before we do that, we need to collect the variables given. What is the radius given? Small radius. From mensuration in grade 8 and 9, we know to say radius is given by d over 2. Or we can say radius plus radius is equals to diameter. So since we have been given diameter, this will be the easiest. So we say radius is equal to small diameter there. The small diameter we have been given is 6 over 2, and this will give us 3 centimeters. What about the diameter of the base? So the radius will be equal to, we can use capital D there, over 2, and this will be equals to, what is the diameter here? It is 18. 18 divided by what? By 2. Why are we doing that? Because radius is from the center here to the other part. This is the radius there, and from here, this center to this particular point, that is the radius there. So if that is the case, this will give us 9 centimeter as the radius of the base. Do not put this cube there. So if that is the case, we have been given now, we have the radius there, we have the radius, and the height we have been given. What is the height? The height is 10 centimeters. Now, if that is the case, let us employ one formula. Which formula are we going to use? We are going to use this formula here. So this is the formula we are going to use to calculate the volume of the frustum. So volume of the frustum is given by 1 over 3 pi h, which is equal to radius power 3 minus radius power 3 divided by radius minus radius. So if that is the case, we can start. This is equal to 1 over 3 pi. In the question, we can use the pi on the calculator, or we can use 3.142. So this is the pi we are going to use. What is the height given? The height given is 10. Okay, if that is the case, now what is our radius? Our radius is 9 power 3 minus, what is this? This we have been given, it is, remember we calculated it is 3 power 3. If that is the case, we continue. What is our radius there? 9 minus 3. So if that is the case, we can continue by simplifying this. We say 1 over 3 multiplied by pi, which is 3.142, multiplied by the height, which is 10 centimeters. Then we simplify this. So you can use a calculator. This is flexible. So you say this raised to the power 3, and it will give us 729. So here we are going to get 729 minus, this will give us 27. Okay, and this will be 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. So if that is the case, we can do our mathematics by saying 729 minus, so we can say 729 minus 27. It is giving us 702. Then we can divide it by 6. What are we getting? 1. So we can say now 1 over 3, 3.142 multiplied by 10 multiplied by, we remember what have we gotten here? We have gotten 117. So if that is the case, we can do our mathematics. If we do our mathematics, we say 117 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 1 equal to, then divided by 3. This is our answer. So our volume is 1,225.38 Remember it was in centimeter, so it will be centimeter cube. This is the volume of a frustum using the method or the formula that. So this is how we calculate the volume. Remember the question was saying the diagram alongside shows a frustum of a cone whose diameter, base diameter, which is this base diameter, was 18 centimeter, and the top diameter, which is this part, was 6 centimeters. Given that its perpendicular height was 10 centimeters, calculate the volume of the frustum. So the first thing is we converted from diameter to radius by dividing by 2, and we also converted from diameter to radius by dividing by 2. Here we got 3 centimeters, and when we simplified this, we got 9 centimeters. Remember the height given was this, so this was our data given. So since this is was our data, we use the formula. Today we are discussing this formula. Volume of a frustum is given by 1/3 pi h, then multiplied by radius cube minus radius cube divided by radius divided by radius minus radius of a small circle. So if that is the case, after simplifying everything, this is the formula, or this is the answer that we are getting as the volume of the frustum. So in our next video, we are going to discuss how we can calculate the volume of the frustum using the formula V is equals to 1/3 pi. Then we are going to say radius cube h minus radius squared h minus 1/3 pi radius squared h. This is the formula we are going to discuss in our next video.